Thank you to both the witnesses that are here today that will testify. And Madam Secretary, as you are well aware, energy issues continue to dominate the national agenda. And as Senator Kennedy spoke, it is very much talked about right now and in a concerning way to me as well. But as appropriators, it's our responsibility to find ways to keep up with the world's ever-extending energy demands. And while also increasing our capacity and our security here at home. And one way that we can expand our power capacity is to increase the use of nuclear energy in America, in my opinion. And I'm proud to highlight that the Grand Gulf nuclear site in Port Gibson, Mississippi. And I hope nuclear energy will play a larger role as clean, efficient energy source. And I've always supported energy diversification and the development of energy sources that will expand our supply. But Mississippi has a diverse energy portfolio, but I believe it is critical that we recognize the important role fossil fuel resources will play in meeting the demands of Americans. But fossil fuels such as coal and offshore and oil and gas, they have been a main source of power for this country. And it is crucial that we find new ways to increase the potential by making fossil fuels cleaner, as Senator Kennedy mentioned, and to use them, but to not eliminate them altogether. That is a great concern of mine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Secretary, the Gulf of Mexico is one of the nation's most important regions for energy resources and accounts for a large portion of our crude oil, our federal offshore natural gas production. What efforts are being taken by the department to advance cleaner technologies for domestic fossil fuel resources?
Yeah, we have a program that really works with the private sector to ensure that the existing production is both efficient and clean as it can be, including making sure that there's integrity at the wellbore, making sure that produced water is clean, et cetera. And we are going to, that's under our Fossil Energy Office, and we will continue to work with the private sector on making sure that that happens, even as we transition to more, not just fuel efficient, but electric vehicles, et cetera.
Thank you for that answer. And I'm addressing my next question to both of the witnesses. And as I mentioned earlier, Mississippi is home to the largest U.S. nuclear power reactor in terms of generating capacity. And with the administration's heavy agenda on cutting carbon emissions, what do you believe are the most promising nuclear efforts in our nation right now?
First of all, I agree with everything that has been said about nuclear, that nuclear must be a part of our strategy to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, and that we also should be doing everything we can to keep existing nuclear plants online. And we also need to be doing research into advanced nuclear demonstration projects, which we are. Our nuclear request in the budget is significantly more than last time. I want to say it's maybe 28% or something like that above last year's effort, because we want to continue to work on these advanced nuclear designs, the modular reactors, the small modular reactors, as well as making sure that we can assist in whatever way possible to keep these plants online. Let me say, our budget doesn't subsidize existing nuclear plants that are already running, but you know, if in the infrastructure package that's being negotiated, there is, or at least in the American Jobs Plan, there was a provision to help keep existing plants online, and as well as making sure that nuclear is part of the clean energy standard, which would, both of which would be significantly helpful for ensuring that we continue to keep the existing fleet operating as well as create new